Markets are entering August on the heels of the positive July for stocks. S&P, as we said, up 6 months in a row, Jim. As Ryan Detrick of LPL said this morning, that's usually a pretty good indicator of where you're going to wind up a year from now.
Yes. Look, I think August has been a rocky month for a lot of different times. And remember, things get thinner. I like the fact that the month's starting right. I mean, I think it's a good sign. China's not bringing us down this time. I don't see this is not a key week for earnings. It's not a bad week, but we had a lot of the damaging ones, and we came through okay. Like Caterpillar was not great.
Yeah.
Because what you're having is that it's now obvious. The raw costs really are hurting people, and there's just only so much room. But if you don't have a raw cost problem, like the financials, you're in great shape.
And yet it's funny because we have had any number of CEOs come on and industries across the board talk about supply chain issues, talk about typically one of a key commodity that's gone up in price. Some we know have come down sharply as well. Lumber certainly is one we would think of. And wage inflation. And yet there does seem to be a belief that this is, and you've been arguing this for quite some time, going to be transitory. And the markets seem to fully believe that's the case.
Well, look, there's still plenty of reason to stay at home. Now with the Delta variant, there's even more of a reason to not try to find a job. You want to hunker down? I don't blame anyone. I mean, when I listen to Dr. Fauci, you know, they do put the fear of God in.
You think really, even with the benefits running out, you think that people are going to not pursue employment as aggressively as they might otherwise?
I guess what
because
I'm saying
of the Delta variant?
I agree with what Chairman Powell said, which is that it's still too early. Let's see what happens. Look, the Delta variant is one that we all found ourselves calling our doctors and saying, if we have Moderna, can we take a booster? If we have J&J, must we take a booster? And there's certainly a feeling from Provincetown that where it was a terrible outbreak, that you're not protected. And I went back to mask.
Inside?
Inside, absolutely. It's just too dicey. I mean, I could not believe I had the mask on again. Like that Moderna didn't do anything.
Although Gottlieb on Squawk today talking about the rate of transfer in some southern states starting to either stabilize or in the case of Tennessee, go lower. I see IHME, who's done a lot of good modeling work since the beginning, is saying their base case is a peak on August 14th.
Holy cow. Well, this is obviously herd immunity the bad way. I still don't understand. Dave, maybe you can answer this for me. We do have a lot of monoclonal antibodies that do work. So that my doctor said, if you get sick, we're just going to give you the monoclonal.
We do. Regeneron, of course, being the key one.
But why is that not?
They need to be infused, so you need to go to the hospital to have that done, or some sort of setting where that can take place.
You can do it at home.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay. You're right,
I'll give you my guy.
You're right. But, you know, it needs to be done at a certain point, I think, to be most effective.
Right.
We hope that Gottlieb, who I think has been the best on this, and I think you agree, is correct in talking about maybe we're closer to a peak than we think. That said, I also am still focused on both the company that he's on the board of, Pfizer, and, of course, Merck, which both have these antivirals in late-stage trials that would be taken early in the onset that conceivably would greatly minimize the impact if you knew you had COVID.
Okay. But my wife, Lisa, took the J&J.
Oral antivirals,
took J&J. Going for booster.
Well, that, you know, J&J is a little more concerning. And by the way, even the Provincetown, I mean, there's the people who went to the hospital there, that was I think it was almost all of them were J&J.
Right. And the issues in the baseball, mostly J&J. But let's just make it clear that no one's dying if they have the J&J. It's just that my doctor just says, listen, you got to, J&J, go get a booster. I think the issue is, can you go to Walgreens and say, look, I had J&J? What are they going to say?
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.